Hello and welcome to Friday Night League, where we're kicking off Week 5 with the celebration of NA's deepest rivalry, Cloud9 versus TSM. Now, those teams are going to be facing off tomorrow, but we're whetting your appetite with a classic show match featuring some of the most iconic players from both of these rosters and Voyboy clashing for the first time in years. I could not be more excited. We have Prolly, Crumbs, Mark. How stoked are you for the match to come?
The legendary roster is back. I can't wait to see what Lemon and Balls have been up to.
Yeah, I'm excited. And, I mean, there's been so much hype over the course of the week with all the different pieces coming out. So it's been building up to this, and I'm excited to see it finally come through.
It's been awesome to see all these little teasers, but for anybody that has missed any of those announcements, let's go ahead and review the rosters that you will be seeing here today. Now, on the blue side, we do have Cloud9 Classic. Balls in the top lane, jungler, it's Meteos. High taken to mid. In the bot lane, we have Sneaky, joined by support LemonNation.
And on the red side, it's the boys in black. TSM Classic in the top lane. You know who it is. In the jungle, you know who it is. In the mid lane, it's Voyboy. In the bot lane, you know who it is. And then support, well, you already know who it is.
Now, I'm looking at these pictures and something is missing for me. I can't see him. Where's the man with the plan, the starter of TSM? Reginald, where he be at?
Well, Reggie couldn't attend. He wishes he could have, since he had played in previous show matches that we've had before. But this one, I mean, I guess when you're running a multi-million-dollar organization, sometimes playing show matches just can't make it into your day.
I mean, to be fair, it was something about a personal conflict or something. I don't think it was just like, I'm too busy counting my stacks to show up, Crumbs.
I mean, we saw the $10,000 wanted, so I think if we put our heads together, this might be a worthy bounty. But realistically, I mean, Reggie was the aggressive mid lane archetype, and he doesn't want to get shown up by High again. I think he's in hiding right now.
Well, wherever he's hiding, hopefully he's nice and bunkered down. But nonetheless, Voyboy is in for him, and we have to admit, he's been a pretty good sport about it.
Yeah, I've been watching Voyboy's Twitter. He's been retweeting basically everything about him, as well as finding all the photoshops he can to put his head on top of Reggie's body or Bjergsen's body, and leaning into the fact that he's like, no, what are you guys talking about? I was always on TSM. Don't you remember all those important matches with me?
I just hope there's one fan somewhere that's new to the LCS coming in and seeing all of this and are just believing what they see, that Voyboy is right
massive
there.
Massive inside
at the
joke that they just don't get.
Yeah, just like, oh yeah, this is what I've been waiting for all week. But I mean, nonetheless, as far as the LCS audience at large, there's a lot to look forward to with the rosters that we have coming up. And while some of them we've seen in recent times, whether it be in LCS, grinding League of Legends continuously day by day on stream, there are others where we're not exactly sure the last time they touched the game. So probably, who do you think are the people we're looking to carry things, and who's throwing the bricks in the backpacks?
Oh my God.
Yeah, obviously I'm not going to say Illumination or Balls. I know Crumbs was wondering where they are. They're not going to be carrying. We have MIA as their rank, by the way.
This is such a tough one because the best players are on C9 and also the worst players.
Okay.
True. It's a balance.
Wildturtle obviously has Smurf accounts, but D1, that really just shows you that D1 is ELO hell. I mean, he's played pro, right? D1 is the ELO hell in NA. It's hard to get out of there. I'm in there.
I mean, it's like where you go where you're like, I'm still tryharding a little bit, but I'm not grinding quite enough to really want to break into Challenger, you know? It's like, it's the cream of the tryhard, still really good border, though.
There's no cream in that diamond.
Okay.
But it is interesting the fact that we just noted Cloud9 has people way at the top, way at the bottom. Obviously, there's a fair difference between Challenger and D1 when we talk generally, but these are all pros or ex-pros. So Crumbs, do you think that the team that is so spread from top to bottom is going to be able to trump TSM, or because TSM have some kind of in the middle of the pack, they'll be able to move forward?
Ooh, I think for this kind of show match, you want to have those guys that are just stacked out of control. We see like Meteos and Sneaky, they're going to be able to play it well together. Meteos just beat Cloud9 Academy today as well, which was a team on a huge win streak. So I think that the Cloud9 team is actually just yoked, and TSM's going to have a really hard time here. I mean, despite Balls being MIA, last time he played, he got a pentakill being Diamond 2. And so this doesn't really matter.
Kobe said he's played with him recently on like FLICKR or something, so he's not totally missing. Kobe has seen him.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you see an unranked player in your match and you have to worry about them more than anybody else. But nonetheless, the 10 geezers are ready to take to the Rift. So let's send things over to Captain Flowers and Kobe for this classic clash.
Thank you very much, everybody, and welcome to this classic showdown between TSM and Cloud9. The last time that we got to see these players go head-to-head, man, I wasn't even in the esports scene. I was still back in Ohio shoveling dirt. Kobe was still one of the dudes casting these games all the way back then. He's part of the old guard, and as they said on the desk, he's even still playing with balls. What's the secrets, bro? Where's balls at?
Well, they're saying geezers here, okay? I'm feeling a little bit dated right now. Lucky that you have me here. Respect your elders because I, in fact, know
I'm
that
sorry, Elder Kobe. I apologize.
Balls has at least one D2 account right now, and he has 2 accounts that have decayed from Challenger. So Balls is a lot better than they're giving him credit for right now. His best champions, in my opinion, that I've seen him carry with are Silas and Jace right now. So I know everybody wants him to see, oh, the Balls Rumble, right? If you go classic Cloud9 lineup, it would be Rumble. I say Meteos Zach probably. High has most played on multiple assassins, but I'd say most iconic would be his Zed for the game against Samsung, sneaking in there. And then Sneaky himself, what do you think? The Ash Zyra for Sneaky and LemonNation? Round it out?
Down for it. I want to see it. But most importantly, I actually think that Balls will power spike super hard as long as he has at least one account still in D2. Since this is a nostalgia game, we have to reach back into the time machine to find the perfect point in time where he was at his strongest, and that pentakill was from Diamond 2. So we'll see if they can get it. Let's see how the bans are coming across here. I'm already telling you right now, not ever for the rest of your life are you going to see this ban in professional play. C9 Classic starting off with the Tryndamere ban against TSM.
I got some
Soraka,
insight.
Rumble, and Aphelios all banned away.
I got some insight for you, Flowers, though. I said I'm very old. I have all of these players on my friends list. This is Dyrus' most played champion now. This may not be what you associate with him. Maybe you remember, like, the Shyvana top days, or, you know, even Maokai or something, and him getting ganked a whole bunch. But nowadays, he spams Tryndamere top with Ignite all the time, and he just tries to win lane. So they're actually tryharding in pick ban is what this tells me. Cloud9 did some research, and they're trying to win this sucker.
Well, I actually think that that's a perfect improvisation on what Dyrus' problem used to be, right? Because the old problem with Dyrus was that he was always the punching bag for the enemy teams. They always sent so many guys up to get Dyrus. Oh, man, poor Dyrus. His job is to just absorb pressure and die. Well, if you have a button that says you can't die, you're not going to die, huh? This is perfect big
It doesn't
brain
last forever, though.
type of play. It lasts long enough. 5 seconds is forever in League of Legends. But hey, we're talking about forever. Well, we've got an old school evergreen pick coming out here. It is the Zyra for Cloud9. I'm expecting that one for LemonNation.
Let me get some LemonNation nod gifts in the chat, please. That is a worthy first pick. He brought out the notebook. I'm gonna say we better be getting the Ash Zyra lane then, because that to me is one of the few times where North America really brought something new in terms of strategy to the world stage. The clear examples were the CLG at MSI and the Cloud9 Ash Zyra lane that Sneaky and LemonNation played. Extremely oppressive, and it's funny that it's actually kind of back in the meta right now and strong right now. Funnily enough as well, Turtle and Sneaky are the 2 players that have the most Ash plays in all of the LCS still to this day.
TSM are going to take the Ezreal and the Leona into them. And you know, I just noticed, because you said, Kobe, that Cloud9 are taking these bans seriously. Well, they also are memeing. Cloud9, one of the teams that could be the most successful at both, as they banned TSM with Tryndamere, Soraka, Malzahar. And if you look across the board, TSM have banned GRA, which is the first half of the word Graves. And as you can see, they've banned Graves. So their plan is also coming together as the Ashe is locked in for C9. And oh, baby, Zed or Bed, wake the hell up, ladies and gentlemen. The Zed is locked in.
All right, I'm 3 for 3 so far on the Cloud9 comp. If they lock in the Zac and the Rumble with the last 2, which I don't see any reason not to. Oh, wait, the Rumble's already banned. TSM, no! Combo Breaker. Are you kidding me? Oh, my gosh. Okay. I still maintain that the Tryndamere ban is a very good ban against Dyrus right now. Maybe Cloud9 didn't actually even know that, but it is his most played and highest win rate champion right now. So doubles as the TSM joke as well as being tryhard. Vladimir, interesting. You think that's going to Dyrus or Voyboy? Because I do remember a decent amount of Dyrus Vladimir in the past, but not a lot recently. So I might think that's actually Voyboy.
And who can forget the famous TSM Voyboy Vladimir games where he was able to solo kill FLICKR 4 times in lane before level 3? I mean, when you think about Voyboy's time on TSM, those highlight games against FLICKR are really what comes to mind and what he's able to pull off with the early Vladimir that has a 9-second cooldown on Q. But let's see how the bans are going to proceed here as we are into the second half of the draft. Kindred banned away, so they're definitely not spelling anything on TSM. I don't even think... Wait, no! G-R... well, wait, I was going to try to spell gank because there was Kindred. Oh, no, that's not...
Yeah.
Oh,
I was going to let
not-
it go when you're like, oh, their plan is to ban Graves and then also spell the beginning of Graves. I was like, is that really a plan?
Yeah.
I don't know. Those are also just 3 champions that are strong right now. Graves, Aphelios, and then Ball's most played, most iconic champion of Rumble. And there's the Zac. TSM
all right,
just relentless.
they had to do it. They had to keep Meteos away from the iconic Zac pick, the crazy KDA master, as Xinjiao and Diana are also going to be banned out here by Cloud9. Okay, TSM, what are we going to see? I still need a jungler. I still need a solo laner. Oh, Zed versus Yasuo mid? Zed, come on. Lock that in.
I want to
Lock
see
that
it.
in, boy.
Let's get it. The duel.
Come on, let's go.
On the side of Cloud9, Meteos does have several backup champions, even though Zac is super iconic for him. Meteos has the most least plays of all time of any LCS player still to this day as well. And that was the first champion that people really started to note him for in solo queue. There you go, the backup.
The backup.
I know my old players.
Yeah, your boomer knowledge is on point this game. You are Murphin.
Full cooldown
the
reduction
boomer
Silas. All right, this is my balls pick. He
Okay.
carries
This
super
is
hard.
what-
He rushes
this is what he's first on?
45%, 45% cooldown reduction, and people really underestimate how often you can spam him out the W then. I've seen him carry several games as soon as you get that big power spike. He just rushes for the CDR.
And Cloud9 is also going to have a lot of extra bragging rights in this because TSM seems to have taken the draft so seriously and Cloud9 spelled TSM XD with theirs. I think that if TSM loses this game, there's no way you can ever blame it on draft because TSM are out here playing this like it's their promos, and Cloud9 are out here like, dude, this is flex queue. Nobody actually cares about your rank in this. Let's go. The set is locked in. The final pick of the draft there for TSM, and we'll get to see Dyrus take that one up against the Silas of Balls there in the top lane.
I'm excited. I'm so excited for this, actually. Even though they didn't quite get Reggie and Voyboy's in here, the classic TSM mid laner. I'm super excited to see these boomers go back at it because it really brings me back into relevance as well.
I'm so ready for this, man. As somebody who used to just get to watch this on Twitch with everybody else and now to be a part of it, I'm very excited to be stepping into the League of Legends time machine to go back 6 or 7 years here and watch these squads go head-to-head, especially with so many iconic champions locked in. I actually love how many of these champs are going to be part of that time machine as well. We're not just seeing meta picks. We're not just seeing stuff that everybody would play if they were playing in real LCS right now. This is for fun. This is for glory. This is for the fans. This is what I want out of a show match, man. TSM and Cloud9 coming to deliver.
Now, let's get into analysis of the lineups because everybody's going to point to the jungle diff. There's some very scary stuff going on here where the odd one has not played League of Legends in a long time. I checked his Twitch channel and he played yesterday, was the first time in months that he has played. He did put in some time, some Zac, some Nunu, spreading it out on a couple different champions, but Meteos was just in the LCS, and it's going to be very difficult right now to overcome someone who hasn't played League in that long versus an LCS jungler. So I expect Cloud9 to play very aggressively, help Meteos go for invades, especially since he's Elise and he's going to be ganking a lot.
I mean, that's what the desk was talking about, right? Is when you look at Cloud9, you have the 2 highest ranked players by a pretty significant margin among the 10. And then when you look at the bottom of their roster, you also have some players who are considered a little bit MIA. You, of course, said Balls' rank doesn't look as bad as the scoreboard painted him out to be. But OddOne, having not played in a long time, still sitting there at Plat, that could be a little bit sketchy if Meteos decides he's going to pop off today. We've seen him do it on the Elise before. I'm not going to quote the quote, but you all know what it is. You all know that skill shot's ready in 7.
You know what I was hoping for? I was hoping for the OddOne to pick Nunu, because he has, and you probably even know the quotes.
But that's not the old Nunu though. I think that's why he didn't do it, because it's not the old XD Nunu.
It still functions in the same way. OddOne's super famous for saying the whole point in picking Nunu is to make the other jungler as useless as you are. And if you are the platinum player in a show match that has challengers in it, that is your goal. Your goal is to make the other player in your position as useless as you are.
Make the challenger guy into a platinum guy and just run around in the jungle eating stuff the entire time. See, I feel like if it was old Nunu, that would be perfect. Because old Nunu was just that champion that runs in, eats the Wraith from your camp, spams dance at you, and then runs away. But I don't know if Nunu's Nunu is as good at that as the old one is. They kind of wanted to make him more interactive, which I think is a little bit detrimental to the OddOne's intended play style here.
I like how you thought about it as well, and you just settled on what you said first, and you're like, yep, that's how it's supposed to be.
Tried to make it work.
Yeah, the new version of Nunu is extremely effective, both as a jungler and as an AP mid laner. So, yeah, completely different. But let's go into TSM's comp here, because they've got a bit of a dive comp. Because he went Nocturne instead of the Nunu, compare really well with Dyrus and Vladimir. That's all just super dive. Leona starts it out, and Ezreal's the mobile carry. So you better know that Sneaky and LemonNation, while they're playing their iconic Ashe Zyra lane and should have some priority in lane and actually should slam that lane, when you get to the team fights, they're going to have to watch their positioning, because those are the low mobility carries that are going to be targeted with this dive.
Yeah, when I'm looking at the team fight potential of these champions on Cloud9, I mean, we've got an Elise, we've got a Zed, we've got an Ashe that could be easily dived on. I'm way more intimidated by the team fight power of the TSM composition with Vlad, with Set, with Leona being able to engage. I think Cloud9 is going to have to be pretty clean here if they don't want to get rolled over in these big 5v5s.
Well, they've got High back in, famous for his shot calling and split pushing. So I think that Cloud9 should be able to pull off some win lane into a 1-3-1 style split pushing type of a game plan here. Especially since I have full confidence in Balls on the Sylas, and you just put
tell me about some of this
side lane.
Tell me about some of this Sylas carry, because from the beginning of Champ Select, you were talking about how Balls pops off on the Sylas. We heard from Mark that you were playing flex queue with Balls. Is this guy just putting you and the other 3 guys in his backpack, just hard carrying on the Sylas? What's the story here?
Yeah, so we just play a bunch of random flex queue where everybody's trolling around, and Balls always has to be the one at one point in the game that decides that we're not losing, no matter how many boneheaded plays have already occurred. And Sylas is a great pick for that, because while the early stages are a little bit rough, he scales incredibly well now. They buffed a lot of his health scaling, a lot of his basic stats scaling. And if you rush cooldown reduction like Balls does, then you get to spam out your W. And that means all the difference in winning a lot of those fights.
So that means that I'm going to specifically watch this game for Cloud9 to do a bunch of troll stuff, and then eventually, what I'm guessing will probably be around the 20-minute mark somewhere, you'll see Sylas just flip a switch and decide, no, we're not allowed to lose this game anymore. We already spelled out TSM XD. We got to make good on it. And I'm going to pay very close attention to when that mental shift happens. And I also want to see if we get any super clever stuff out of High. Because we all remember High being known as just like the guy who played the game for his entire team, like the insane shot calling, the OG brain player. And I want to see that brain at work.
I love watching brains at work. I did get an update here that the delay is due to runes that they are fixing up. So,
Oh,
you
no.
know, it goes. It's understandable. They haven't played it in a long time.
I was
so-
going to say, if Oddone hasn't played in a while, does he even know what the new runes are?
Okay, like I said, I went to his stream. He put in like some time. I think there are like 5 games even recently. So he has played the new rune system. We've got confirmation.
Well, because I was just thinking, you know, if I hadn't played the game in a few years and I load up and be like, oh boy, I can't wait to play Skarner with Strength of the Age. Oh no, that's gone. Okay, well, I can't wait to queue up my second favorite rune, Fervor of Oh wait, no, never mind, that's gone too. Well, at least I have some of my old runes and I can equip my cooldown quintet. Nope, wait, that's not possible either. So there's a lot of adaptations that you would have to make if you haven't been in the game for a while, I think, to kind of get used to where they're at right now, Mr. Kobe.
True. Luckily, I think they're well acquainted with the new systems, and we should be able to get into the game pretty soon. Starting off the bat, though, I'm really hoping for some level 1 invades too, because they definitely have a possibility of trying to pull off a level 1 game plan, and that's the biggest thing in show matches that I have played in. Both teams always want to get an advantage early because they don't have faith in the 5 people playing together who haven't played together in so long. So you try and get one of those little cheesy advantages.
I think that's totally legitimate. You're not practicing with these guys. You're not playing with them all the time. So the YOLO play isn't so much of a YOLO as it is just this is probably our best chance at securing the win.
You got Leona stun on the side of TSM. She can start Q. On the side of Cloud9, of course, they have the Ashe Zyra, super good for long range poke, and maybe Lemon can flash Zyra root or something like that.
Yeah, I mean Zyra's really good. You've got if Elise saves her skill point at level 1, she can shoot the cocoon.
Ooh, don't level cocoon first and try and juggle Elise.
If
you definitely have not done some.
I don't play this champion. I play the other Arachnid champion. But I'm just saying, if it can get you 300 gold at the start, do it. Just get your team to leash you.
Okay,
bro.
your team has to. Your team has to then get you to level 2 because you can almost not even get to level 2 if you start E on Elise. Here's the level 1 invade.
All right.
Oh, baby, big brains at work.
This is what we're looking for. CC finds it. There comes Balls with the chains, flashing over the wall. High is not going to take no for an answer on this play. Ladies and gentlemen, first blood for Balls.
Flowers, we spent the time laying out the game plan for him there. I think maybe they were listening in during their rune setup. Level 1 invade gets the first blood for Cloud9. Who got the kill? Oh my goodness, it was Balls.
It was Balls.
They're just getting him to the carry. He's scaling already here.
He's so ready to go. He has Corrupting Potion. He has Doran's Ring. But
Counter
TSM,
level 1.
Oh, TSM is lurking in the jungle. Meteos and LemonNation will move over to the red. Nobody's going to walk through the brush that TSM's waiting. See, Meteos started Cocoon.
Yeah.
I told you.
They have to get him the red buff kill then because it's really hard.
Oh no! The collapse coming in from TSM. Voyboy on the flank. The damage goes through, and LemonNation is going back home in grayscale. As Cloud9, not only do they lose their red buff and end up giving up the kill, Meteos is now stranded. Sneaky saying, "All right, buddy, good luck."
He's like,
and Meteos has to do the Krug without the repel.
Repel on that Krug, baby.
The most effective level 1 I have ever seen from an Elise. And I know I'm flaming right now, but there's really nothing else he could do. Like, his skill is so useless against this game.
I mean, it does help when you repel on something, but it's definitely very minimal. I would say, after all that, even though Cloud9 got the first blood, because the kill comes later for TSM and they stunt the jungle clear of Elise so heavily, that actually came out in TSM's favor. So the big brain kind of revenge, justice delivered on Summoner's Rift very quickly for TSM ended up benefiting them a little bit more. You can tell OddOne right now already 11 CS on the Nocturne, clearing away. He even counter jungled some of those Raptors.
And when you look at Meteos, just to hold on, Xpecial might just be done for down here. Sneaky elimination. One more auto attack will do it. The Leona is just too far forward, and the damage shows up. Sneaky and Lemon want to make it a 2-for-1 deal. There's your CC. Wild Turtle flashing away. He will live through that one. Summoner spell not available from Sneaky there to follow up. And that means we've got ourselves a 2-to-1 game here in the favor of Cloud9. Meteos immediately going over to his blue buff to make sure he can clear that one out. You can see he has 7 CS. That means he didn't even kill all of the baby Krugs in the Krug camp. He just wanted enough to get level 2, and then he abandoned it. He was like, I don't care about this anymore. He just wanted to get the blue and make sure that wasn't getting stolen as well.
Yep, here we go. Meteos back at it again, looking towards the classic TSM mid laner, the heart of the team.
Boy, the kid needing to get himself away from this one. Oh, the cocoon lands, the damage goes through, and High's got the kill thanks to the electrocute. Meteos and High back at it again.
Honestly, Flowers, this is always how it used to go. It was always Meteos camping Voyboy in those classic Cloud9 TSM matchups, and he just got his number every single time. Voyboy with the early pool there. Meteos holds the cocoon and just nails it under the tower.
Meteos also went from losing his red buff at level 1, having to do a cocoon start on Elise solo, to 2-crabbing his opponent. That, you don't ever want to get 2-crabbed in the jungle, especially if you haven't played League of Legends in 3 years. The general is not off to the most phenomenal start, but at least he's got some good farm. Xpecial getting rooted up way too close to the turret, so he won't be able to do a whole lot, but fortunately Sneaky wasn't really there to follow up with any sort of supplementary damage, and it looks like TSM are going to go ahead and get their bottom lane back to base. You can see the gold there in the inventory of Wild Turtle should be enough for him to grab that tier and make sure he can start stacking, but man, Cloud9, they're looking good, Kobe.
Now, I need to address something because we've been memeing about Voyboy on TSM, and I saw all the critics online talk about why at least get somebody who was on a TSM at some point or is any relation to the team at all. But I will let you know that, in fact, Voyboy has played with every single player on this team except one of them. Wild Turtle. He played with my memory. I've got the memory here. Okay, just let me get it out. He played on Curse with Xpecial. Dyrus is getting ganked here. Let's wait for this. Curse with Xpecial, then Dyrus on the Tyler 1 Championship Series, and then the odd one in the Shanghai Masters 2019. Dyrus is dead again.
Yeah, Dyrus just got, so not the best thing here for TSM as they're trying to find a counter kill onto Balls. Wants to walk himself out of this one. The odd one losing about half HP. Meteos not going to find the stun onto Voyboy. Balls wants to go back in, but the empowered transfusion seals the deal. Now Meteos tries to wander into the alcove, but there will be no alcove gaming today. High's trying to find himself the wombo, the combo, the shurikens into the damage, but it's not enough. He has to walk back out of that one. Didn't quite have the burst. Good spell shield from the odd one keeps him alive.
And you can really tell this synergy that Voyboy has with the odd one from their time playing in Shanghai Masters 2019 shows up here.
Yes, the most illustrious of all League of Legends gaming competition, Shanghai Masters 2014.
Yes. Now, let's get right back into this replay. As you know, Dyrus Classic getting camped here on TSM. 3 members of Cloud9 go top to try and get the dive off on Dyrus. Meteos is Elise, the perfect champion for tower diving, so he can just repel off that tower aggro. Then he does have to flash the odd one's Q as he comes in. And here, the tenacious duo, Voyboy and Odd One, working their way through the 2v3. Even with the flash from Balls, Voyboy is able to follow. Phase Rush is procced, giving him the speed to chase him down. And then the ultimate does tag Meteos. Get a little bit of damage there, and they finish it off. High thinks that he's going to kill the general with Spell Shield up. Expert Spell Shield there.
Not happening.
Mr. Odd One.
Not happening here. Balls on the Silas does have the Hex Tech Revolver ready to go. Now that's not, see, when you said that he rushes cooldown early on, I thought you meant we were going to see full cooldown garage sale.
No. He doesn't go to the garage sale. He focuses on completed items, okay?
Okay.
Proto belt first.
Okay, so it is full items. We're not going to see like Kindle Gem plus Fiendish Codex plus cooldown boot and all this junk sitting in Grandma's garage.
Because you need the levels also for Silas. He's definitely a scaling champion. The part of the changes they did to rebuff Stylist were increases the per level stats and stuff that he does get.
Okay, total gold, you can see on the left side of your screen right there, it's the 2 mid laners leading the charge, and then Sneaky hot on their heels, with Balls being the one right after that. So Cloud9's lead, about 1,000 gold. All that money is on the people you really want it to be on right now. Odd1 in the bottom side of the map, Kobe. He's got the Paranoia ready to go. Xpecial not quite level 6 here on this Leona. Tries to go in, but he misses the Zenith Blade and the flash coming out from Sneaky to stay safe, and the counterattack comes through. Xpecial falls, and LemonNation grabs the kill. Meteos wants to land a cocoon, but he will not find the accuracy he's looking for. A botched engage from Xpecial is money in the pocket for Cloud9.
Swing and a miss there for Xpecial. Yep, not level 6, so yeah, trying to go for the flash. He is, you know, he's become a coach nowadays, so not so much on the button presses. Dive, though, Meteos gets one.
Can they get the other? Wild Turtle on the run, trying to escape from Sneaky, but the auto attack's keeping him slowed down. Meteos stepping forward, might just fall to Xpecial. There we go, the damage from the Eclipse, enough to facilitate that one. Sneaky trying to put the auto attacks into the TSM support, but now he finds himself in a 1v2. Lemon says, later, bro. And Voyboy says, not so fast. Zyra will go on a magical...
Ooh, I like it. Okay.
Will this actually manage to execute?
No, the general's on him. I like the...
That was ballsy.
All right.
I respect the attempt, but
let's see if Xpecial gets a continued vengeance here, because he came back from dying, got 2 kills, and
trying to see if maybe he can outplay this one. Nicely done. Look at the fancy feet on this man. Walking away from the CC2. Needs a little bit more time to stay alive. The shutdown for the general, but High making sure he took one with him in the 1v3.
TSM getting some comeback kills here, keeping it close. Getting the kill on High is big. That was 3 for the Zed. They got to put a stop to it. I'm glad that this is not a blowout here so far. Xpecial is still definitely calibrating, but now there's level 6, bigger impact. You saw the ultimate go off there, secure the kill.
You know what I like, Kobe? I like the fact that we got 14 kills in 10 minutes. These guys are bloodthirsty. This is fantastic. This is what I love to see. Sneaky trying to get towards that Blade of the Ruined King here in the bottom side, so then he'll have some slow potential for even more fights. And Meteos wants to take Shelly. Once he secures this one, they'll have about 3 minutes to use it and get some bonus plate money, so there's more of an opportunity to fight for that. And you can see that Cloud Drake just hanging out, taking a nap there in the bottom part of the river. Nobody's even concerned about him so far because he's not a kill. Everybody just wants the money, as I immediately cast
What were you saying?
And Voyboy and Odd1 decide to start that up.
As I was saying, Cloud Dragon, #1 TSM priority right now. Nocturne gets to use a spell shield on Cloud Drake auto attacks, by the way, because they are coded as spells. Makes them very efficient at taking down those objectives.
I always enjoyed doing it. I have played Nocturne for a couple games, actually, back in the day when I used to do, not Flex Q, but the one that was before, 5v5 team ranked or whatever.
Yeah, team
and
ranked.
Sometimes people would ban Skarner. So I would be like, okay, I don't want to play something that's hard. I need to play Nocturne.
Fair enough.
So that was one of my favorite parts about playing Nocturne, is the fact that you were able to use the spell shield to block the dragon auto attack for the speed. That actually feels so good for clearing that out solo, especially early on. Balls looking for maybe the opportunity for the kill here onto Dyrus. Nice flash away from Dyrus. Probably would have been taken down there if he got apprehended by those chains.
Yeah, you see High was moving up the river, and he has a Ghost Blade so he could pop the active if that stun lands. Walked it really quickly up there and finish off the kill. Seeing that Dyrus had just used the Haymaker, but there it is, the classic LemonNation and Sneaky.
Oh no! That was not a good use of stopwatch. There's the stopwatches that are actually able to buy you time and change the flow of the fight by allowing your team to show up. And there's the other stopwatches where you turn yourself into a golden statue before you die.
Yeah.
And that was part of that second category, my friend, as Shelly is summoned up. The General will make his way down to the Tier 1 turret, only in time to watch it turn to rubble, and TSM will lose their first turret this game.
I like that we get to see why this duo got them so much fame. The stacking CC, LemonNation snare into Ashe ultimate, stunning Xpecial. Ooh, only lands the slow on that ultimate, plus not a lot.
That was a nice cocoon there from Meteos, maximum range, forcing the TheOddOne to flash away to stay alive. Cloud9 is taking control of this game, Kobe. TSM XD bans or not, these boys came to play.
Oh, let's see if they get a brush play off here. No ultimate for Sneaky, but they can Zyra root.
Xpecial, Turtle trying to get themselves away. Xpecial making the noble sacrifice, just putting distance between the Cloud9 players and his teammate, knowing there's no way out.
Yeah, I mean, he was always a sacrificial player, but that's also... Oh, Meteos with the flash over the wall.
Meteos not going to have the damage he needs.
Yeah. You know, you miss all the cocoons you don't take, and some of them that you do take. Balls and Dyrus. Let's see, what is this replay? Was there a... Did he kill him when we weren't paying attention? Because the flash, he blew the flash earlier. He must have got the kill.
Slam, thwap,
Oh!
other body slam.
A boom! Yeah. That's the balls I'm talking about. That's the hype we're trying to build coming into this game. He's got the proto belt done.
So much damage for this Silas here in the top lane. Making things happen, man. And there it is. You can see more of those cooldown items coming into the inventory now. Working on the arm guard, which by itself doesn't have cooldown, but will build into the Zonias. It'll give him another 10, progressing towards those marks you were talking about, so he can just keep spamming the spells as the fight moves forward. And Dyrus has Mercury Treads. Yeah, he has an Executioner's Calling, but this... Wait, hold on. Why does he... hold on. Let's pause for a second. I need you to riddle me this, Obi.
Yeah.
Why does Dyrus have a chain vest when the enemy top laner and jungler are AP?
That is a difficult question to answer, but maybe he's planning on matching Zed, or he's preparing for the triple dive, because he did get killed by High when they went topside. So he's thinking, I am Dyrus, and they are going to camp me. So even the Zed is going to be up here very often. Let's go with that. I was also going to say for Balls, the reason he built the arm guard part of it first, you know, he's versus 2 AD with the Nocturne and the set. So optimizing.
All right, we'll keep an eye on it, because I was pretty perplexed by that one. I'm glad we've got the big brain Kobe here to explain the itemization choices for us. I was scratching my head a little bit there.
The Zed rubs. You always got to protect against those Zed rubs.
Yeah, we got to look out for Zed. When he shows up into the lane, you know it's going to be a problem. He's already got one lethality item completed. The next one's components are already locked and loaded as well. TheOddOne jumping in, looking for the kill on to Sneaky. LemonNation throwing down the ulti. TheOddOne going to be thrown up into the air, and the damage is true, as now Voyboy's looking to find the kills onto the Cloud9 back line. Ladies and gentlemen, he's got one. Can he make it two? Voyboy taking Sneaky out of the picture means now TSM can mount their counterattack, looking for some damage, but they've lost Wild Turtle. Voyboy getting the empowered transfusion, keeping himself alive. Xpecial, there's the aim, there's the CC they were looking for. Meteos gets the kill on TSM support, but ends up trading his own life for it. It is a 4-for-3, and TSM come out on top.
Yep, Voyboy and Dyrus, the solo laners left alive with the dragon. This is going to be TSM stacking 2 Drakes for themselves. So even though they're the ones behind in gold, starting to take over, winning the team fights and in the objectives, Voyboy now level 11 on this Vladimir will have very good scaling. His Zonias is also done. So just like Team Solo Mid, the reason they were named Team Solo Mid, obviously for Voyboy, is going to take over.
Yeah. I mean, Voyboy's legacy can be felt on the team to this very day. As, watch that, into the back line, boom, Sneaky's out of there, and LemonNation just trying to survive. He'll be the only man standing after the dust settles.
And this was a bit of an ill-advised 1v3 for Balls, as LemonNation and Meteos are both really low. But, you know, you got to test your limits in the show matches. How are you going to get back on the LCS stage, get picked up, if you don't 1v3 sometimes?
Okay, you can see in the inventory now, Dyrus was going for the Dead Man's Plate Rush. concerned more about the mobility that the item provides, which, as somebody who only plays a champion that has no gap closer, that item is super important. That passive is incredibly just fundamental to making it so you can function. However, he is super weak to 3 out of 5 of the enemy champions now with that itemization, as we've got the damage on Tahai. He tries to make the moves in the mid lane, Kobe, but the point and click from Leona is too much. He is shut down. However, it does buy enough time for the rest of his team to grab that Rift Herald.
Stunned up and shut down again. Yeah, Classic High decides to sacrifice for the objective. LemonNation's kind of deep here, and Dyrus.
Oh, Dyrus has backup coming in. The General has arrived, and that's going to be a kill for the side of TSM. Over the wall goes Dyrus. There's nothing for Meteos to repel to, and splat goes the Spider. Double kill for Dyrus.
Yeah,
they're working out with Dyrone.
They're outside of the lane phase, so now that he's got full mobility with that dead man's plate, makes the pick on the LemonNation, makes it 2 with Meteos and OddOne trading kills there, and TSM once again yet to push. They've got the extra champion alive. Mid turret will be the target. Sneaky trying to farm up and defend on his way. Ash should be able to hold pretty well. Oh, Dyrus wants another piece.
Oh, Xpecial leading the charge here. The damage and CC down onto Sneaky is more than enough. Xpecial may end up paying for this with his life. He is ignited, trying to walk away from this one. One more tick of the ignite will kill him, but one more tick there shall not be. LemonNation just barely falling short of the kill.
Meanwhile, Balls is going to get that top turret for Cloud9, and we are into the mid stage of the game where we get to see that 1-3-1 we were talking about in Champ Select Flowers. Cloud9 trying to play to their win conditions here with a classic composition. Split push with your Silas, with your Zed. Try and pull TSM apart. TSM, though, with Xpecial and OddOne, very good tools for trying to pick off these low mobility Cloud9 members, namely Sneaky and LemonNation with no flashes. Will have to be very careful.
Sneaky and LemonNation having to deal with a fed Set and a fed Vladimir as Zyra Ashe? This is some nightmare material, Kobe. How are you ever going to even begin to approach these two champions? One of them just won't die because XD Haymaker. The other one literally turns untargetable and then bursts you for 2/3 your HP. These guys are going to need to be real 5-head if they want to figure out how to avoid this.
We got some 5-head shot calling in action right now. All 3 of these Cloud9 members pretending to be wolves.
Can the cosplay succeed? Will the OddOne want to go farm his own jungle? Thinking about wolves. Okay, you can see a ping coming out, but it's from the side of Cloud9 as they're pinging themselves.
The wolves are out.
Question marks. Nice shot from Sneaky. Wildturtle managing to buffer that and shift over the wall, but High still got the kill onto him. OddOne trying to find the counter kill here. That's a 1-for-1. OddOne has to flash out to make sure he doesn't give away another free kill. Voyboy looking to come around from behind, but ladies and gentlemen, Balls says no and shuts down the kid.
Killed him with his own ultimate there. Meteos lands a cocoon tower, going to go down as well. And Cloud9 pushing ahead.
Xpecial trying to get away from this one. That Eclipse will do a good job at making sure he doesn't take any significant damage on the retreat. The OddOne working his way back into the fight now, but Sneaky is putting these focus-fired shots onto the Tier 3 turret. OddOne won't get away. Dyrus won't get away. Sneaky's got himself some damage, and you're gonna see Meteos pick up the kill too. They want to back up. They're not looking to stick around, overcommit for this inhib. Sneaky just barely getting away from that true shot barrage. And Cloud9 find a way to win the fights despite the fact that TSM have the team fight tools, and they are once again just popping off.
And Sneaky picking up these fruit, he might try and defend against the 3rd dragon here because that would be the one window for TSM. They're heavily down in gold, but on a Cloud9 resets, if they had enough players alive to try and rush that down, Wildturtle actually with High on the flank, he's going to get maybe one shot.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be something close to that. Over the wall comes Balls. There we go. High's getting the kill credit, and now they're looking for even more. Xpecial down to 25% HP, and there he goes, Kobe. He has flipped that switch. It's a double kill for High. It's incredible amounts of team fight pressure coming out from Balls. A stolen Leona ulti to keep the General in place, and Sneaky puts an arrow in his back. Cloud9 find 4, and the pings are on to the Baron. The old squad is not missing a beat.
Okay, everybody from TSM's got to get behind Dyrus now. What can he do? And 1v5 Baron Steel as set. That
You
is
can
really
farm
difficult.
the mid lane wave for about 120 gold.
Dragon trade. If they try and go for that lofty win condition, he is headed towards the dragon, but they've been scouted out.
Sneaky hawk shot, making sure that TSM can't do this without Cloud9 being aware. Let's see if TSM want to try to rush it down. Doesn't look like it. Sneaky walking around the backside of the pit here. High wants to take the blast cone over. Scuttle Crab secured by Meteos. Cloud9 with control over the bottom river. TSM looking to maybe find their chance to engage here. The Ocean Drake is aggroed, putting a little bit of damage onto Wild Turtle here, who's now down to 20% HP. Turtle is in no condition to fight. Voyboy is on the front line. Voyboy is CC'd. Voyboy is not a part of this conversation anymore. And Cloud9 will stop TSM's quest for the soul.
This is not looking good for TSM. Just yesterday, Cloud9 Academy took down TSM Academy. This is the second game that the Cloud9 and TSM organizations will have this week, with the third being in the LCS tomorrow. And already Cloud9 looking like they have a huge advantage to try and make it 2-0 in the best of 3 for the week.
Wild Turtle tried to make sure he was going to get his own red buff there. Came close with the True Shot Barrage, but just a little bit shy on the damage. Means High can steal that one away. This Zed with 2 completed lethality items, one being the Dust Blade, and then having the third Dirk in inventory, means even through the Iceborne Gauntlet of Wild Turtle, he doesn't really have much of a chance to survive against this assassin. Sneaky with another arrow, forcing the flash out of Dyrus. Without that flash, the arrow would have connected. He would have been done. Sneaky's aim has been on point, Kobe.
It definitely has. Cloud9 have been a bit more on the point. They're going for High, though.
High getting caught out, trying to turn this one around, find some combo damage, but it won't work. Not even close. Shutdown credit for Voyboy. TSM, they get themselves a kill, but it did cost them the Nocturne ultimate, so OddOne is going to have to wait for that to be back up to really be super useful in the upcoming fights. Meanwhile, Cloud9 with a big push here into the bottom lane. Dyrus down to half HP. Inhibitor turret number 2 about to fall. It's out of the picture. Let's see where the fight's going to go now. Voyboy already been killed off. Xpecial having to run himself away. Meteos takes about 75% of his health bar in damage, but he gets a kill onto Xpecial with the red buff burn fade away. Mid lane inhibitor open, exposed, and now under fire. Bot lane inhibitor gone. Cloud9 are looking to put this one away. They are 12,000 gold ahead.
2 inhibitors down. They can get a full reset off with all of that money as well. Looks like they might want to cash in a little bit more of the standing gold. This outer tower very low. Maybe Sneaky can stick around and knock it out. TSM, though, reeling after that. It's going to be so difficult for them, to find a way back into the game, because Cloud9 also got that other dragon, so that kind of reach for the stars hope that they had at a possible soul has been taken away, as well as half their base.
From a 12,000 gold deficit, I feel like they have to just practically pedal to the metal, go for it just like this, try to catch Sneaky and limit out. It's the only chance. Sneaky gets himself away. The arrow doesn't find the mark, but I don't think it even matters. Sneaky's going to be taken down. Shutdown credit over to Dyrus. Meteos looking to grab some more kills. Goes on a rampage, grabbing one onto Wild Turtle. Going into the stasis now. LemonNation barely walking himself away as Meteos grabs a double. There are only 2 players left alive on TSM, and High is looking to fix that here real soon. By the way, that was a 4v5. Balls was in the bottom half of the map doing something.
Balls is going in now. He wants
I don't know what he was doing, but he's decided he is not going to have the finale of this game not feature the Balls highlight reel as he uses the set ultimate to take down the Leona. Looking for a little bit more damage onto Dyrus there on the steps of the fountain. TSM in shambles as Cloud9 bringing that old school teamwork to the Nexus turrets. Both of them on the verge of collapse as I speak. The General cannot get himself away. Balls goes into the stasis to buy himself a couple of extra seconds. Flashing away now, but he will be taken down. TSM back out of the fountain, trying desperately to hold on here at death's door. High pushing the last remaining inhibitor, trying to take that one down. Guaranteed TSM won't be able to leave their base for the next 5 minutes. They're trying to hold on, man. It's so many super minions. And still multiple players from Cloud9 applying pressure at the same time. Voyboy's at half HP. Meteos looking to find some extra damage onto anybody that volatile Spiderling might be able to connect with. And with Sneaky back in the fight, High's taking the opportunity to go in. Warps back to his original shadow to stay alive, and with Voyboy taken down, that's going to be a trade there as the true shot barrage finds LemonNation. Odd One into the back line, looking for the kill onto High, who gets himself away, and Odd One's going to evaporate. This Nocturne build has no survivability. Meteos there with the cocoon again. 7 seconds be damned. The man's always got the thing off cooldown, and that should be all she wrote. Meteos looking to pad the stats here just a little bit harder. That repel actually mattered, as now Dyrus will be slammed backwards with his own ulti, trying to make some kind of a difference. It does not matter. Ladies and gentlemen, Cloud9 will take this old school show match.
Classic Cloud9, still too difficult to take down. One of the teams that had the most success in the LCS ever of all time destroys once again.
And despite the fact that well-known TSM prodigy Voyboy had some pretty pop-off plays in the fights around the mid-game, the cohesion, the teamwork of Cloud9 just proved to be too much. High had some especially fancy feat on the Zed. Please buff Zed. Bring him back into pro play. He is so fun to watch. Please, please, please.
Definitely.
I love watching Zed.
Fair enough. We'll get him in there. Actually did get a buff on the most recent patch to the speed of W for the Shadow Flowers. So
there we go. There we go. Just little baby steps. That's all we got to do. And then everybody can get out of bed and we can all watch the Zed. But either way, that was a lot of fun to kind of see everybody back at it again. I'm so glad the Cloud9 team played all their classic champions as well. Well, I guess Balls didn't really play a classic champion because Silas can't be considered classic, but it was mostly classic champions.
yeah, as many as they could get their hands on with the Rumble getting banned out. Definitely enjoyed the show, though. Happy to see them on the Rift again. Even the guys that hadn't played League in quite a long time, you know, were able to dust off some of that rust, looking like they're having fun at least.
Yeah, that's the big thing, is that looked like that game was a hoot one way or the other. Just nonstop kills, both teams constantly trying to make the plays, both teams finding plays at different points throughout the match. And I was kind of hoping that TSM would have been able to keep the dragon stacking going so we could have had one big climactic battle in neutral territory to decide the fate of the game, but Cloud9 was just too damn clean for that. They made short work of TSM. And now, I mean, are we ever going to see the old roster back together? Maybe some of these guys looking like they could be ready for some LCS? Kobe?
Yeah, I mean, people have started to postulate, oh my, you know, what could this roster do if they were in the LCS today? A lot of these theoreticals going around. I have to say, I'm super looking forward to our current LCS teams of Cloud9 and TSM going up against each other tomorrow as well to finish off the finale and to be the game that is going to be pretty impactful, as TSM did deliver Cloud9 their only loss in the regular season for spring. And people have been looking for who's going to be the next challenger for Cloud9. In summer split, we haven't had anyone deliver them a loss yet, and I'm definitely excited to see it happen.
Plus, you were talking about how we've seen Cloud9 and TSM's organizations play twice already this week, with Cloud9 winning in Academy and now Cloud9 winning in the show match. But this whole thing kind of works with game show rules, where you don't really care about the first 75% of the game show because the last round's worth more points than everything else put together. And that's kind of the state of the LCS showdown between TSM and Cloud9. Even if Cloud9 win these two, if TSM take them down on Saturday, that's the story of the whole week. So TSM still have their opportunity to come back and take vengeance, or Cloud9 could just continue cementing their absolute dominance in the LCS as just this untouchable org with everybody just playing out of their minds.
Yeah, I mean, you do kind of feel like you're at the beginning of building one of those dynasties once again, because the level of dominance has been so big. So excited to see where they can go from here. Once again, thank you to all of the players for getting up there and playing on these show matches. I know it's definitely stressful, especially if you haven't played the game in a long time. And I know that people are going to get flamed regardless, because there's so many fans that are passionate for both of these teams and about this matchup. But, you know, please be kind to each other.
Anybody that's flaming any of these players is some Silver 4 guy in Twitch chat who's trying to just talk some game because he can't play some game, if you know what I mean. For everybody else out there who enjoyed the show match, I hope this was as much fun for y'all as it was for me. To all the players playing in it, thank you guys just a ton. This was an awesome trip down memory lane that we got to experience and be a part of. It was a super cool way to kick off Friday Night League. And now we're going to take a break. But once we return, Dyrus and Hai are going to be joining the desk to break down that win. And as we go, a reminder that modern iterations of these teams are clashing in the second game tomorrow. So game number 2, Saturday, be there or be square. And we'll catch you right back here after the break.
I'm very happy that we made it to the finals, but our goal was to win PAX Prime.
Championship game between the most dominant team in the LCS history and the team that's dominated North America since Season 1. It's Cloud9 versus Team Solo-Mid.
They've never lost a playoff game in North America.
First time for everything.
And he's got to hit the Nexus with their eyes on the Nexus. Their eyes on the Summer Split.
It feels pretty damn good, dude. They're our good friends, and we took them down.
Playing C9 will definitely be really, really rough games.
He's using that aggressively. The ignite, the chain, and the kill. Bjergsen killed everyone this year. He could not kill Hai a single time.
I'm playing for pride. We haven't lost to them in playoffs, and I don't want to start now.
This is the third straight split that has come down to these two teams. Turtle on the triple, Turtle on the quadra. TSM goes the full 5 and takes down Cloud9. They have finally done it. They have defeated Cloud9 in the playoffs.
This trophy is currently TSM's, and I really don't want them to keep it.
Winning the trophy has always been TSM's legacy.
And they will do it once again. The consecutive wins for Team Solo-Mid.
When I first joined the team, that was the most, hyped up match, was facing C9.
Cloud9 versus TSM. We've said it before. Such a historic rivalry between these two squads. So many battles between them.
They're going to give up the championship.
Disaster for Cloud9.
We've denied them their trophy so many times that I'm sure the organization is really salty.
I'm thinking about TSM today. Of course, it always feels nice going up against TSM and being able to win against them.
I feel like we almost always come out on top, but they are always a really strong team, and they're always kind of our nemesis or our rival.
These are the kinds of games that divide friends and fans. Everyone is ready for C9 versus TSM.
You know what time it is right now? It's C9 time, dude.
From FLICKR, he's looking to just body slam Bjergsen.
I'm just thinking, why is TSM even being compared to them right now?
I'm just saying here, but TSM has twice as many trophies as C9.
Niski, my boy Niski. This guy's insane.
Well, we have Bjergsen, and they don't.
Here comes the Azir shuffle. Gets 1, gets 2, all 3 are gone.
TSM may have resurrected their 2016 roster, but it's not going to work. Shutting up TSM chants never gets old.
Nothing really beats C9 versus TSM.
Welcome back, everyone, to Friday Night League. We appreciate you bearing with us as we worked through some technical difficulties to get you here right now on the State Farm Analyst Desk. And we have none other than Hai and Dyrus to join us in doing so. First of all, thank you so much for joining us here on the broadcast, but I'm going to go to Hai first, reflecting on the game that we just witnessed. You get to be the winning representative of the Cloud9 side. What was your reaction when you found out that this show match was going down and that you were going to be able to participate in it?
I was pretty excited for it, to be honest. I don't remember the last time I played with the other 4 together. Like, I've played on and off, like, different games of Sneaky, Meteos, Balls, and Lemon, but never, like, us 5 together. So I was pretty excited for that. And if I'm going to be honest, I was looking forward to laning versus Reggie. I felt like it had been really funny, for lack of a better, if you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But Voyboy is, clearly still plays a lot of solo queue every day and is a bit tougher than I had anticipated.
You thought you were going to be able to just slap Reggie around for a whole laning phase?
Yeah, man. People kept saying he's just a Plat 2, Chica 1 trick. So sounds like I could have a good time versus that. I don't know.
Sadly, you didn't get the chance to do so, but on the opposite side for TSM, Dyrus, you got to slot in here in the top lane once again. And if we look at the way the game played out, some of those moments may feel a bit familiar to you and audiences.
Yeah, it played out just as you expected. The moment I saw 5 people top at level 1, I was just like, well, this is happening again. I wanted to.
Took E.
It was either flash early and then get killed later, or just flash after and pray that Lemon misses his root. And then after that, they came top at level 5, and I feel like if I wasn't so rusty, I would have actually killed one, but it turned out fine anyway.
Yeah, I mean, despite all that, you did get moments later for a little bit of revenge.
Yeah, we surprisingly, like, a lot of the fights actually looked really good, but
You mean just this fight, right? Because wasn't this the only fight that went well for you guys?
there was some bits and pieces, but you know, the game flipped pretty fast. It kind of, the difference in play showed pretty quickly.
I didn't get to watch the streams from your perspective for C9, but apparently in the Reddit thread, someone was claiming that you were saying don't end the game yet, High, because you wanted to kill Dyrus one more time. Is that true?
All right, I said don't end the game, but I was not the one that said.
I know for a fact you guys were playing like that entire game. You wanted to enforce that meme so hard.
I'll take fault for the level 1. I did call that to gain Q top level 1 before the game started, but Meteos was the one that said to not end the game to keep killing Dyrus.
I know you guys are. Whatever. I still came out with a positive KD in the end, so whatever.
I'm sorry, buddy.
That's a dub for me.
That's what matters in the end, right? I mean, if you're looking over at the Cloud9 side, a lot of y'all ended up bringing picks that you're known for in the past. All except one, I believe, were signature picks for all of you. So, Hi, did you go into this knowing you wanted to make sure the memes of old were alive and bring some of that fan service to it, even if it meant killing Dyrus right off the bat?
Right. People want to watch this match because they want to like reminisce on what happened, right? So if I were to pick someone random like Azir or, you know, in Ball's case Silas, it wouldn't really make sense. So I wanted to pick something that people would enjoy watching again. So we tried to do our Rumble, Zac, Zyra, Ashe, Zed comp, but they kind of banned 2 of our champions. So I think our bans were better.
TSM XT.
That's just, yeah.
What's up with that, Dyrus? Why'd you guys ban the signature champs? Is it like, oh, this is a classic show match because we would have banned them back in the day too, right?
Well, you say it's a classic show match, but we have Voy. not to like say anything bad about Voy, but like he came in to play for us, and he wanted to be like, most people are expecting us to lose, which we did, and he kind of wanted to like show them that we could still win, and there was some glimmers of hope, but you know. We ended up banning Rumble because it's balls, and we ended up banning Zac because you have Meteos, so that was like also tribute to it. We banned it because we knew you guys would probably pick it.
We have to update the graphics a little bit because we thought that Balls was unranked, but apparently also on stream, Hi, he said that he was actually Challenger last split with a secret Rumble-only account.
Voy told me before the game, oh, by the way, Balls still plays the game. I'm like, what? I play like once a month. What do you want from me?
Yeah, he has like some secret Smurf that he plays on. He said he was Challenger last season, so I don't know if he's been playing a lot this season, but he plays more than Dyrus, that's for sure.
Yeah, on the side of TSM, Dyrus, you're just saying that you have played once a month. Maybe there's some scouting done by Voyboy. Did you all discuss beforehand kind of looking into the players on the opposite side to see who else was keeping up with the game, or go in a bit more blind?
No, we actually went in blind. The moment they banned Tryndamere, though, I was like, okay, yeah, they've looked at my match history.
That was actually just random because we're trying to ban out TSM XD. So Lemon just had banned Tryndamere, but then apparently Sneaky was like, wait, doesn't Dyrus actually main Tryndamere? And we're like, ah, shit, our bad.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, that wasn't planned.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, I probably wouldn't have died as much, but, you know.
Who plays Tryndamere, right? Like, come on.
Dude,
we didn't expect that.
Dude, I never... If you look at my match history, it's all The only thing is Tryndamere that's positive win rate. Everything else is negative, and I'm in Diamond 3.
It's the best mute all, go perma split push, don't listen to anyone. Like that's the OG one.
It's the best one of the best champions to play if you're trying to relearn mechanics, because you just auto attack. He just has a lot of basic stuff and straightforward stuff.
It sounds like y'all just had a bunch of fun, that being the forefront of your focus for the show match, as expected. But of course, this is all about the legacies of these organizations, both of you being a part of the early days, and then now both of these teams still competing in the LCS. Hi, you had such a role as a leader for Cloud9 back in the day and a shot caller. Have you been keeping up with their progression as they are now the dominant team in the LCS, and what do you make of the consistency and the fighting that they have done to keep this side of the rivalry alive?
Obviously, Cloud9 has been dominating in the LCS this split and the last split. They're currently undefeated right now, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken. So it's awesome to see that, you know, Jack has been able to build a team that can get championships again. I know he's been feeling pretty down because they went 5-6 years without one. And now that he has a team again that is like winning on top of doing well at Worlds, I'm sure he's extremely happy to have like built a strong team.
And on the side of Dyrus, I want to get your thoughts as well. I know that you've been streaming, playing a lot of different variety of games, and then clearly still coming in here representing TSM. And even on your exit from the scene, you noted that you always want your fans and everyone to continue supporting TSM. So what has the journey been like for you now on the supporting side as opposed to the stage side?
Ooh, that's a loaded question. I guess I've just been relaxing and sitting back, and you know, I'm always happy to see TSM win from time to time, but I mean, in the end, I'm just waiting for the day that they make it to Worlds and like do really well. That's like the thing I've been waiting for. Like if they ever go to Worlds and they're in like top 4, then I'm actually gonna fly out and bring like a TSM flag and all that. I'll be like a mascot or something. But until that day comes, I'm just waiting and you know, just sitting back.
And I mean, your boy Bjerg is still over there for TSM, and I think you'd be happy to know he still has those sights for himself and the team as well to go and have that Worlds kind of performance. So being that the team now is a mixture of people you've played with, both in the staff section as well, but some new faces coming into it, Dyrus, is it weird seeing that and kind of how much of it's involved, even though there's certain elements that you're still familiar with, like Bjergsen?
What's the weird part? I'm sorry.
So, I mean, seeing like people that you still play with, like Bjergsen, being here at the forefront of TSM, but then there's still these revolutions of rosters. So I'm just wondering if, considering you had such tenure with TSM for so long, if it feels strange as a player and a veteran when looking at a team and kind of watching how the roster has evolved since your time there.
I think the only really weird thing is that Doublelift joined TSM, because Doublelift was always one of the people that was a nemesis for TSM because of CLG. So it's like Michael Jordan going to baseball or something. I don't know, like something ridiculous like that. That was just so far-fetched to me, because he's like one of the prominent like players of the time, and now he's on TSM, which is something you would have never imagined to see. Like maybe people are more used to it now, but back then it's like you'd never see this. As for the rest of the players, they're just like, you know, all likable, talented players, and like, you know, whoever's good enough that fits the bill and works together and wants to go to Worlds, then yeah, it's just whatever to me. It's not weird. I just imagine like, as time goes on, you're just trying to build the best team and trying to get that trophy.
I know a lot of people on the C9 side were looking at this old roster and like comparing it to the new one and stuff like that. And they're saying, you know, does C9 have 3 of the best rosters now in North America? Would you guys ever do like a Delta Fox-esque like rerun with some of the C9 guys if it was ever an opportunity?
You're asking me that, huh?
Yeah, not Dyrus. He was never a part of that.
I don't think we would do well personally. Obviously, we looked good in this game, but you know, compare the competition. no offense or anything like that, but the collective skill level of the team on both sides are probably a lot lower than you would expect in LCS, minus a few players. So, you know, you bring us into the LCS, I feel like we would get clapped. It's possible we don't, but I'd bet money we do. But it'd be fun. I'd be down to play. Like if, say for example, IMT or something, they want to do a match against us, I'm down to play one.
Well, it's great to know that you're down to play any day of the week, Kai, and thank you again to you and Dyrus for joining us here on the analyst desk. In the meantime, we are going to step away, but as we go, here's a historical look at the comms between the classic rosters.
All right. Let's not disappoint our fans. Just play well.
Yeah. Today is a day. I don't know about you guys, but I don't feel like losing to TSM.
Nice. Good start.
Hey, buddy. Yeah!
Just chill out and just play like you usually do.
Yeah.
These guys are way better than everyone else we played. It's just going to be a lot harder.
Reggie. Hit Nexus, Nexus. Hit it, just hit it. I got Turtle, GG.
GG. Good shit, guys.
3-0, good job.
Cloud9 does not drop a single game in the playoffs.
I got the T, I got the S, I got the M.
Cloud9, they're 10-1 against Team Solomon Lifetime.
Oh, the flash, the ignite, the chain, and the kill.
Okay, he's dead. I'm putting in.
Just jumped in.
I got turtle. On game.
Yeah, that's GG.
Go for a hug, boys. Go for a hug. Holy shit. Good game.
Bjergsen killed everyone this year. He could not kill High a single time.
We need to fight here. High stun.
Yeah, so we still need to go hard next game.
That's C9's first playoff game lost. Let's make it 3.
I shield 3 turtle. 2 seconds.
They have finally done it. They have defeated Cloud9 in the playoffs.
Oh, other sides are C9 now.
Man, they're tilting me.
They're hella
With the
tilting me.
blueness. But then I see that guy with the TSM tattoo on his face, and
I
I'm
like
like,
that. I like
and
that.
I'm like, untilted!
Vibe Cho'Gath. Save me, God.
Oh, wow. Come top. Did you just one-shot him? Yeah, just queued him and one-shot him. Just back. Oh, wait, kill him.
Good shit.
Nice.